For 10 years, Liza and her husband Chikobi had what everyone called a perfect life. A peaceful home in Nigeria, 2 beautiful children, and a marriage built on love and respect. Liza was a respected English teacher, recently promoted to vice principal after 15 years. Her husband, Chikobi, was a successful businessman who owned the biggest supermarket in their estate. Money was never a problem for them, and they had never known real trouble. But all that was about to change. The day Liza learned about a prestigious scholarship to Harvard University, her life took a turn she never, ever expected. She drove home that afternoon, her hands shaking on the steering wheel, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and anxiety. This was her dream. A $35,000 scholarship to Harvard, an opportunity that only comes once in a lifetime. She prayed silently. God, please let my husband agree. Please let him understand. As she pulled into their compound, a smile touched her lips. Inside, Chikobi was relaxing on their bed, and his face lit up. When he saw her, "My darling wife, I'm so happy you're back. Come, change, and join me so we can play." But Liza was too agitated to relax. She stood by the door, her work clothes still on. "There's something I need to tell you," she said, her voice serious. "Something important." Chikobi sat up, concern clouding his face. "What is it? You're sounding serious. Are you all right?" A wide smile finally broke through Lisa's nervousness. "It's good news," she announced. "I got a scholarship to study for my master's at Harvard University. Everything is paid for it. It's worth $35,000. I just need money for the visa and the flight. My husband. Can I go? This has always been my dream." Chikobi stared at her for a long moment, his expression unreadable. Then a huge, proud smile spread across his face. "My love, why are you begging me? Of course, you can go. I will pay for your visa. I will pay for your flight. I will give you money for everything you need. You deserve this. Dream big. After your master's, you should think about a PhD." Overwhelmed with joy, Liza burst into tears and threw her arms around him. "You are the best man in the world," she sobbed. "I promise you in America, I will keep myself pure. I will not touch another man. I will return to you untouched." Chikobi held her tight and whispered back, "And I promise to wait for you. No other woman until you return." Their promises were strong, pure, and beautiful. But life was waiting just around the corner with a test neither of them saw coming. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Her visa was approved, her bags were packed, and soon departure day arrived. At the airport, there were tearful goodbyes as she hugged her children and her husband one last time. Tears of joy mixed with tears of fear as she walked toward her gate. Finally, she boarded the plane from Lagos to Boston, found her seat in economy, and settled in, ready for her new life to begin. But just as she was getting comfortable, a flight attendant tapped her on the shoulder. "Ma'am, someone in business class wants to see you. Please come with me. It's for something good." Liza hesitated. Who could it be? She didn't know anyone who would fly business class, but curiosity got the better of her, and she followed the attendant toward the front of the plane. The moment she stepped into the business class cabin, her jaw dropped. It was a different world. The luxury, the quiet, the soft lighting, the seats that looked more like hotel beds. And there, sitting in one of those seats, was a handsome white man, smiling at her as if he already owned her future. "Wow," Liza whispered to herself. "Are we still on the same plane?" The man chuckled, his eyes fixed on her. "Welcome, beautiful woman," he said with a confident smirk. "I saw you at the airport and I told myself I must talk to you. Sit with me until we land in America." Liza froze. This was all happening so fast. "I'm a billionaire," he continued, his voice smooth as silk. "I'm single. When we land, I will give you a house, a car, anything you need to live comfortably in America." As if to prove his point, he casually placed a thick bundle of fresh, clean US dollars on the seat beside him. Liza's breath caught in her throat. Her mind raced. This man has money. Real money, she thought. Maybe I can just stay for the flight. Just to get a little something extra to help me get settled in America. She made her decision. She stayed. The flight attendant brought her bags, and the man, who introduced himself as Roberts, handed her $50,000 in cash. Hoost, like that her heart leaped. My husband doesn't need to know, she rationalized. He gave me money, but it wasn't much. This man isn't asking for anything, just company. But 2 hours into the flight, Robert's tone changed. He leaned in closer, his hand brushing against hers. Come closer, he whispered, his voice now laced with desire. I want you. No one will know. I'll give you more money. Liza pulled back, instantly refusing. She remembered her husband's face, his promise, her promise. But Roberts was persistent. He kept touching her hand, whispering offers, promising more money, more luxury. Her heart was at war with her mind. The temptation was overwhelming. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of resistance, she heard a voice she barely recognized as her own whisper. Only once, just once. And right there, 30,000 feet in the sky. Somewhere between Lagos and Boston, Liza broke the sacred promise she had made to her husband just hours before. Afterwards, Roberts handed her another $50,000. The total in her trembling hands was now $100,000. But the weight of the money was nothing compared to the weight of her guilt. She thought, I haven't even landed in America, and I've already betrayed my husband. I broke my vow for $100,000 in a moment of weakness. Her real journey had only just begun, and she had no idea what was waiting for her on the ground in America. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss episode 2.